The first light of dawn kissed the sky. A soft warm glow spread over the village. Huts made of clay and thatch stood bathed in the golden light. Towering baobab trees like ancient guardians greeted the sun. A rooster crowed. The sound echoed through the quiet village. It was a call to a new day. Inside a hut nestled near the edge of the village, a family began to stir. The air was cool, a welcome change from the heat of the day. Mama slowly unrolled the woven mat that served as her bed. She stretched, her back stiff from the hard surface. Beside her, Baba slept soundly. Mama smiled. He had worked hard the day before. Mama gently woke Baba. It was time to greet the new day and all the blessings it held. Their day, like the day before and the day to come, would be filled with the familiar rhythms of life. The smell of burning wood drifted in from outside. Mama had already started the fire for breakfast. She moved gracefully about the hut, her colorful wrap swaying with her steps. Baba sat up and rubbed his eyes. Outside, the village was coming alive. Children's laughter filled the air. A goat bleated from a nearby pen. The rhythmic pounding of a mortar and pestle echoed from a neighbor's hut. Mama stepped outside, her baby wrapped securely on her back, cooing softly. She inhaled deeply, the scent of wood smoke mingling with the earthy smell of the damp ground. The sun, now higher in the sky, cast long shadows. "A beautiful day," a voice called out from a nearby hut. It was Mama's sister, Amina, already busy with her own chores. "A blessing from the ancestors," Mama replied, her voice filled with quiet joy. The heart of their home was the small cooking fire that burned just outside their hut. 3 stones formed a makeshift stove, and over the crackling flames a clay pot bubbled with porridge. It was a simple meal, made from maize flour and water. Mama stirred the porridge with a long wooden spoon, her movements practiced and efficient. The fire crackled, sending sparks dancing into the air. The aroma of the cooking porridge filled the air, a comforting and familiar scent. Baba stepped out of the hut, stretching his arms high above his head. He had already been to the well, filling their clay pots with water for the day. Now he would tend to their small plot of land just beyond the village. Life was hard work, but Baba never complained. He knew that he was providing for his family, and that brought him a deep sense of satisfaction. The garden was their lifeline. Tomatoes, plump and red, hung heavy on the vine. Green peppers, fat and glossy, promised a spicy kick to their meals. And the leafy greens, their vibrant color a stark contrast to the red earth, would add a touch of freshness to their porridge. Baba worked with a practiced hand, his hoe moving rhythmically as he cleared weeds from around the base of the plants. He hummed a tuneless song as he worked, the sound a quiet counterpoint to the chirping of birds in the nearby trees. The sun climbed higher in the sky, and beads of sweat formed on Baba's brow. He paused to wipe his face with the back of his hand, his eyes scanning the garden with pride. The earth was generous, providing for their needs. Soon he would gather some of the bounty, fresh ingredients to add flavor to their simple meal. Section 5. A tapestry of togetherness. The woven mat spread out on the hard-packed earth served as their table. Mama carefully ladled the steaming porridge into wooden bowls. The rich aroma of the porridge mingled with the earthy scents of the garden. Baba returned from the fields, his arms laden with fresh vegetables. Tomatoes, plump and red, promised a burst of sweetness. Leafy greens, their vibrant color a testament to the earth's generosity, would add a touch of freshness. The children, their bellies rumbling with hunger, gathered around the mat. They chattered excitedly, eager to share news of their morning's adventures. Their laughter was like music, filling the air with joy. Baba, the head of the family, said a quiet prayer of thanks. He thanked the ancestors for their blessings, for the food that sustained them, and for the love that bound them together. As the sun reached its zenith, bathing the village in a warm golden light, the family shared their simple meal. Stories, told and retold, filled the air, each one a thread in the rich tapestry of their history. Mama, her voice gentle and soothing, told of the clever hare who outsmarted the boastful lion. The children, their eyes wide with wonder, hung on to her every word. Baba spoke of the old ways, of the traditions passed down from generation to generation. He taught his sons the importance of respecting their elders, of honoring the spirits of their ancestors. And then, it was time for the grandfather, his face etched with the wisdom of years, to share a story. He spoke of the creation of the world, of the first man and woman, and of the animals that roamed the earth. The afternoon sun cast long shadows across the village as the children, their bellies full and their spirits high, turned their attention to play. Laughter echoed through the dusty streets, a universal language that transcended age and culture. The boys, their faces lit with mischief, chased each other through the narrow alleyways, their bare feet kicking up small clouds of dust. They fashioned toy cars from scraps of wood and wire, their imaginations transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. The girls, their laughter as bright as the colorful beads that adorned their hair, gathered in a shady spot, their nimble fingers weaving intricate designs with strands of brightly dyed raffia. They sang as they worked, their voices blending in perfect harmony, and as the sun began its slow descent towards the horizon, the rhythmic beat of drums echoed through the village, calling the young people together for an evening of dance and celebration. As the last rays of sunlight faded in the west, casting long shadows across the village, the family gathered around a crackling fire, the flames painting their faces in flickering shades of orange and red. The air, cool after the heat of the day, was filled with the sounds of the night, the chirping of crickets, the distant howl of a dog, and the gentle whisper of the wind rustling the leaves in the trees. Mama, her voice soft and melodious, hummed a lullaby, her hands gently rocking the youngest child, who nestled contentedly in her arms. The older children, their eyes heavy with sleep, leaned against their father, their breathing slowing as they drifted toward slumber. The stars, a million pinpricks of light against the velvet darkness of the night sky, twinkled down on the peaceful village, casting their gentle glow over the sleeping families. The fire crackled softly, sending sparks spiraling up into the night sky to join the stars. The air was filled with the scent of wood smoke and the comforting warmth of family. In the heart of the village, a sense of peace settled over the land. Baba gazed up at the stars, each one a silent witness to generations past. He thought of his ancestors, their spirits watching over them, guiding their path. He whispered a silent prayer for their continued protection. Beside him, Mama hummed softly, her voice a soothing balm to the weariness of the day. The children, their faces illuminated by the firelight, slept soundly, their dreams filled with images of the day's adventures. As the moon, a silver crescent in the night sky, bathed the village in its cool ethereal glow, the family drifted off to sleep, their hearts filled with gratitude for the simple joys of their life, and their spirits hopeful for the promise of a new day.